Merry Christmas, everyone. This is a complete min-maxing guide for Germany with hopefully 2 runs so far that's going to be optimized to show you the most min-maxy way of playing Germany in Hearts of Iron 4. I think, for the most part, we're going to stick to a set plan, and I'm going to try and explain all my steps as I go. Anyway, to begin with, the first thing I do is build infrastructure in these 2 regions. That's important because you have a dam here, which gives a 15% construction bonus, so you can stack that with maximum infrastructure, and in these 2 regions you can keep maxing out by building into them rapidly. It's probably an area that's best to be built with something expensive like refineries, but for the begin with, probably just better off making military factories. So I'll just do that and build those right there. All right, so the first thing in Hoi, you go to the top of the screen and you go through all the notifications. So let's do them. First thing we're going to do is remilitarize the Rhineland, and we're going to rush Anschluss. I'm going to show you the perfect way of rushing Anschluss. So select all the divisions, change them over to infantry, move them all to here. Then we're going to train more divisions. Now, specifically, this is important. This is very important. What you need to do is low equipment priority. Now, that's important because one of the requirements to do Anschluss is your divisions need to be maximum strength. Where is that? Just say it's somewhere. Germany has an army of 24 times bigger than Austria when counting only properly equipped units. Now, what does properly equipped mean? I know it's pretty ambiguous, but apparently it means they are 100% strength. So these ones will not count. So 0% contribution for these 3 divisions. Now, these ones, on the other hand, have 100% strength, so their contribution is complete. So the objective is to train as many divisions as possible, like here, but make sure the divisions you've got in the field are always 100% fielded to the max. And to make sure you do that, you want more support equipment, you want more artillery, and then you want more guns. We are going to go for light tanks this run, and we are going to go for motorized as well. Plus, there's going to be a little bit of a mix of close air support as well. When it comes down to ships, we're going to complete the ones that are over 50%, because that's just kind of a bit wastage, you know, if you don't otherwise. And the other ones, we're not going to bother because they are practically not done. But to be honest, we probably will be making some destroyers. No, we'll be making light cruisers anyway. That's fine. And we'll start off with a basic light cruiser, which should be this one. We'll use the escort fleet MIO because it gives production bonus. Because we're going to be rushing Anschluss, we don't need to make civilian factories. So the extra research slot is super important, which is here. However, you need 50 civilian factories to do it. If you get Austria, that will push you over the 50 civilian factories. So don't worry about it. You don't need it. Don't worry about it. You can get it anytime. Anyway, machine tools is good to get your industry going because it works onto your industry. And then you need construction for your construction. You need to explain this. You've got no electronics as Germany, so you need to work on that immediately as well. And now the next part is depending how you're going to play. What's your play style? Do you know, it's going to rustle some feathers here, but I don't think I'm going to do a tank Germany. I think I'm going to go with infantry because it's a little bit easier for someone who's newer at the game to understand. And I think from that perspective, it makes it easier to learn and pick up. Yeah. One thing that is crucial at the very start of the game, though, is you do need an aerodynamics and avionics facility. The best place to build that is an area that's got very high supply. And to be fair, everyone in Germany's got good supply. What's the worst supply in Germany? Is it here? 210. It'd be kind of nice to actually see how much supply an experimental facility would consume. It doesn't actually say. Infantry Germany at the moment is very strong. Okay, we're going to build it here because we need the radar to project detection to the coastline. So there's 2 strategies you can go with. You're either going to build up a big navy, that's the hard one, or the easier one is to build radar up and therefore detect enemy ships and shoot them by using radar to detect them. But you need good air detection for that, and to get that, you get that from radar. We're going to import a little bit of rubber. We'll get that from one of the future Axis members, Siam. Yeah, good question. Does anyone know the answer to this? Why is it called Siam and not Thailand? Does anyone know? Did they rename the country at some point? We're going to go for land warfare facility, and we're going to go for the tank guy. Kind of like the scientist XP gain, but nah, we'll go for the tank because these are considered tanks. We'll do the military engineering vehicle first. Now, the reason why you go for military engineering vehicle first is it's an improved engineer that has really good attack into different terrain types, which is awesome. But the reason you want to go for that first over the flame tanks is these are quite difficult to build in large numbers because they're quite expensive. It's kind of best to prioritize them first as your research. Also, to top it off, we are going to get for a bit of AA as well. Not a lot of AA, just a tiny little sprinkle. Is this live? It is live, yeah. You're live on the radio right now. Please do not swear. So you're going to go infantry. You're going for the infantry military tree. Yes, that's right. So you've got two options, really. You've got the historical path, which is this side, which is your blitzkrieg, armor, mobility divisions. Or you've got the Prussian legacy path, which is the left path, which is infantry artillery. For the simplicity sake and for making divisions that are quite easy to assemble division-wise, the left path is the right path. The left is right. Ooh, controversial. All right. So we've got the rubber. We're all in position. We're going to move our planes over to here. We'll exercise them. We'll make sure we'll exercise them to level 3. And we'll specifically only exercise in the day. Therefore, you minimize the amount of losses and casualties overall, which is usually a really good thing to preserve your planes. Trying to think there's anything else to do. Yeah, we're going to move our navy over, merge them up. What I just do there is I select them all by shift-left clicking them. I right-click them to move them into reserve. Then I click this icon here and press G to merge them up. That's like the fastest way in HOI 4 to merge up your fleet. Well, I found anyway. Anyway, 5 speed. Let's go. First thing we're going to do is exercise our fleet. Split off automatically. This gives us a little bit of naval experience. We're going to exercise our planes too. Merge those up with G2. Get a little bit of air experience. There's a decree in 39 to rename the country. Wow. So it actually happened in 1939. Wow. Okay, there we go. Learning new big things here. Keep an eye on your logistics here. So we're behind on guns by only a few days. By a few days for artillery and a few days for support equipment. So that's perfect. Chef's kiss. A few subs. Merge them into the existing fleet. Getting a little bit of XP just so we can pump out some more desirable cruisers. I think the design we're probably going to go for is upgrade it. We'll add the sonar on. We don't have much AA. We need a little bit of torpedo. We don't need an extra turret. We don't need the spotting. And then we also need the escort. So what the example I'm trying to make here is a cruiser that's got thick armor, light attack capabilities, but a little bit of multi-role too. The truth behind it is this is not going to help us win the naval war, okay? It's just to supplement our existing fleet to give us that little bit edge. 31 XP for that. So we need 31 XP, so it's going to be a while for that. Something you can also do at the start of the game that is quite useful is sell old stuff you don't need. And in that circumstance, I'm going to sell 100 of those and I'll put them on cheap. Just selling some old tanks that I'm not going to need. Militarize the Rhineland. So you got the choice here. Do you go for this path on the right, which is all about your blitzkrieg? Specifically, this is your doctrine, your inner doctrine of your inner circle for your military. It's specifically focused in the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact to go with this against the Soviet Union. I suppose that's the option. You're basically choosing this to go down this path, or you're choosing this to go down this path. This is quite good. War preparations. It gives you 2 years worth of extra supply range, which is pretty good. Got to remember to do it though, because if you don't do it whilst you're at war, you lose the ability to do it in future. Remember as well, if you do become a member, guys, I will rename the leaders and the factions to different names. The next member will get to rename the allies. Actually, CJD, what should I name the Axis? I'll let you decide. Because you're a member, I'll let you decide. And actually, now I think about it, Jack, what would you like to call the allies? I'll let the members decide. And if anyone becomes a member as well, you can make a suggestion as well. Oil up ready. Oiled up ready for you. What? What? H? What? What? You'd like to buy convoys, would you? Selling things on the market gives these points here, and these points add construction. Early game, lots of construction is really worthwhile. CJD? Or Jack Grimmett? Or any of the members in the chat like to name a suggestion for the different factions? You can name the factions with me today. You have 3 factions to name, and plus we've got the Chinese one. I have no idea. Okay. He joked. He joked, guys. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. All right, we're going to go for the MEFO Bills Architect. Alternatively, you can go for an early war economy if you've got the war support. I think that's probably better off going for that guy just to keep the costs down. Kevin Higgins, what would you like me to name? Oh, actually, Jack would like to rename it. So what shall we call it? Jack would like to call it Allies, not the British Empire plus friends. Oh, that's what you'd like to call the Allies. Right, okay, okay. That's cool, that's cool. That's cool, that's cool. We are going to do a proper game, by the way, guys. This is not... This is just to give you something fun to do. Allies. Not the British Empire plus friends. This name might be too long. We'll say just plus. That's not renamed. It's not worked. I broke it. The British Empire plus... There we go. It worked that time. The British Empire plus. There we go. Kevin, what would you like to name the Axis? Peru would like to trade. I accept. All right, let's go. Let's go. So, alternatively, this guy gives us more XP, but your justification time manually is slower, and it unlocks the relations guy, which isn't very good. Now, this guy on the other hand gives the option to make your high command guys cheaper. That's pretty good, actually. However, it reduces supply range, which is really bad. I think you can benefit from that more, actually. I think there's like a way you can springboard that bonus and like change it and flip it around the opposite direction. All right, we need to do Anschluss now. And the best way of doing that is just to deploy the division slowly and gradually. But we're behind on these guns at the moment. And we're going to catch up anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about that. All right, in that case, in the meantime, we've got to make a decision. We either go for the prioritized economic growth or the 4-year plan. I think when you look in the big picture here, the best one for the economy is prioritize economic growth. However, because I'm going kind of a quasi-historical path for Germany, I am going to go the 4-year plan. The issue with the prioritized economic growth is it stunts your economy initially by a large degree until you unlock certain technologies to progress further. However, the net benefit is better to go down prioritize economic growth. But we'll do 4-year plan just for historical purposes, which kind of has a bit of benefit in the very beginning. The axis should be called the Free Mustache Rides. Free Mustache Rides. I think naming the factions is actually more fun because you get to see that on the map, you know. So what's happening there is we're prioritizing all the equipment in the field to be maximum. If you go into equipment details, you can see that you got equipment fulfillment is 100%. That's what it needs to be because those are the ones that count towards Austria and Anschluss. There aren't any really other ways to get around this, I suppose. I suppose you could go for extra mountaineer battalions. You're looking for something that hasn't got support equipment, but they've all got support equipment because, well, you're Germany, aren't you? It is quite a good idea to actually get this advisor early on. I don't usually recommend this because you end up going for army offense later on anyway. But getting that early XP ticking is a big deal because you need so much XP as Germany. If you go the right side, you can go war econ really quickly. Let's have a look. Oh, of course, because you get the plus 5%. Right, okay. No, that's valid. That's valid. That gets you a really early econ. Yeah. That's really cool. I like the paradox of thought about that. Anyway, come back home. Go here. We can exercise our planes a little bit more just to gain at least 3 XP because that unlocks the ability to go for the next plane variant, which is crucially important. So we're going to get rid of that. Get rid of that. We can do the torpedoes. We can upgrade everything. And we'll also add the MIO one that gives extra production. Yeah, plus 5 production for escort fleet. Plus, we'll do sonar as well, just for the... No, we don't need sonar. Because we're going to be detecting with our torpedo bombers anyway, our dive bombers to detect, so that's not going to be a problem. Now, that's a decent... it's a decent ship. Extra 4... Actually, you know what? That's kind of worth it, too. Yeah, that's worth it. All right, that is our light cruiser. We'll click on here to say we only make one more line of this, and then that means all the production will move on to the next one. And just for future's sake, we'll make 2 lines, even though we'll not have enough naval dockyards for both lines. You need to reach the supply policy to clean debuff for 15%. Yeah. Only 1 or 2 focus difference. Yeah, it depends how quickly you do Anschluss, doesn't it? It's all about the Anschluss. So we're adding more rows on here based upon if there are any excess equipment that's not being used. What I'm going to recommend is go for the top one, because this installs an advisor into Austria to allow you to Anschluss quicker. And it just eliminates that very small possibility that you might not have enough divisions. In this case, it needs to be 24 times larger. Our army needs to be 24 times larger than Austria to do Anschluss. Now we select this guy, and it's been dropped from 24 down to 23. So, marginally easier. But a very, very small amount. Don't get crazy or anything. Just a very small amount. Get radio out the way. Early on, it's good to get that out the way. We've got 3 air XP now, so we'll stop exercising our planes. And then we can select our fighters and actually go for a decent fighter at the start of the game. You sacrifice a very small amount of agility for this, but you gain a massive amount of air attack. And it's worth it. So this is your ideal 1936 plane. So there you go. Boom. Make more of those. Is supersonic jet worth the rush? No, because the earlier you can get it is 1944 when the game's already over. Yay, high 4. No, I'll be honest with you. I think it'd be a bit weird if you could get that plane too early. It'd be a bit strange, wouldn't it? If you want to keep track of how much progress you're making for Anschluss, it does actually say, it says the estimate we have made is moderate headway towards this. Can you see the word moderate in orange? And as that number changes, it gives you an idea of how much progress you're making with that. Actually, now I realize, because these are 100%, I can deploy them and it'll count all the way. So if they get to 100%, we can just deploy them immediately. Oh, I always forget that. And now it's gone from moderate to, we can do Anschluss. Boom. Anschluss is possible. I think that's a record. May 1936. Yeah, I think it pretty much is. Hey! Historical game, by the way. Anywho, so we're going to do Anschluss next. So we're not going to select any other political advisor or manpower, because we're going to do war economy immediately. I think that's probably a record. I don't think I've done it that quick before. But that just shows you, if you game the mechanics by specifically saying prioritize equipment, you can do it significantly fast. So 38 divisions, and we'll train loads more divisions. We'll say a nice even 28 and deploy them straight away. Remember, we've already selected the Anschluss focus now. This can't cancel. So that means now that we can just make a long list of extra divisions to exercise and train. It doesn't make any difference. So MIOs, what traits do you go for? The truth behind it is I personally like the ones that give soft attack early on, like this one, this one, this one, and then the production ones are also pretty good too. There's only really one big choice in this focus tree, and there's these bottom ones. Do you make anti-tank bear, which I don't really take advantage of unless it's a multiplayer thing from my perspective. Air attack is really big because, I mean, anti-air give air attack anyway. And this bottom one, hard attack and breakthrough. Now, rocket artillery and artillery don't have a lot of hard attack and breakthrough. So what are you actually getting from this? I will say, though, rocket artillery do have good breakthrough. So maybe that would be worthwhile if you invest into rocket artillery. I will not be investing into rocket artillery. You shift left click, by the way, and it queues them up. You're wondering what I was doing there. Is this actually live? Yes, right. You're live on the radio. Please do not swear. Okay, I also like range on my planes, so we're going to go for range improvements early on too. Also, one thing I've remembered is we need to focus on the MIOs. So what MIO is... Sorry, what... 1 second. Hey. My Amazon parcel came. Have a guess what it was. What was the last thing I was saying? Oh, that's right. So we're saying who is producing this close air support. In this case, it's Junkers. Now, Junkers is great if you're making CAS. However, I want to focus more on agility and speed, which you get from Messerschmitt. So I'm going to basically say that Messerschmitt are now going to manufacture close air support. Because my late game is going to be CAS spam with lots of agility, max speed base close air support. Is it the hat? Maybe. Also, we don't need nowhere near as many guns now. So we can start producing fighters, and we also start making... Oh, I realize we don't need to make tanks, do we? Do you want me to show you the meta of garrison templates with light tanks? Yeah, we'll do that. Why not? So the meta of light tank garrisons is a heavy machine gun on this tank. It costs you 1 XP for this, which is insane. And then we're just going to produce at least 15 mils onto light tank. Is this called a Panzer 1? Yeah, it's cheaper. 5.5 down to 2.88. That's the cheapest you could make tanks. You can get it cheaper, actually, if you get easy maintenance, because you make it 5% or 10% cheaper. Growing expenses of rearmament, the downsides of MEFO builds. Concentrated versus dispersed. The question that's older than time itself. Concentrate, the short answer is concentrate will give you a benefit over a short term. However, disperse will give you a benefit over a long-term period. That's the short answer. If you want a more complex answer, I can give you if you want. But concentrate is better if you're a nation that's small, doesn't have a lot of research slots, isn't planning on expanding or building more mills in a short period of time. Well, disperse is better if you're expanding a lot, having lots of extra mills, building more or expanding more from conquest, or having lots of research slots and changing your production lines. That's the short answer. Those aren't tanks, those are armored police cars. True. So waiting for Anschluss now. We're going to have a Spanish Civil War as well. We'll show you how to... We're going to high priority because I want to basically pump these guys out. I want to have as many divisions as possible for the Spanish Civil War because then we can send more volunteers to Spain. So Anschluss is done. Boom. Hey, I'd like some Austria. Convert all those new divisions over. Did we select them all? No, we didn't. Okay. Move them over. Deploy the extras. Now we can get war economy. And now we can also go for the Prussian legacy. Can't remember how... Oh, you have to get this one. Okay, we have to go for that one first. Might as well get this first before we select our advisor, because the army offense guy is way better than the org guy. That's not true. The org guy is actually quite good too. Anyway, let's send volunteers now to Spain. We'll deploy as many as we can. That's good. Send volunteers, air volunteers, and we can send 3 divisions. So the reason we spammed out loads of extra divisions is we wanted the ability to send more volunteers to the Spanish Civil War. So we'll select 3. We'll break them off. Volunteers, send the volunteers, and send air. What we like to do as well is delete one of the tactical bomber air wings so we can reinforce the ones that are in the pool and then send over the cast and start bombing. Alright, the military engineering vehicles are done. Will we be taking advantage of them? Now, I'm actually starting to have doubts because we're going for an infantry build now, not the original tank build that I originally planned. I'm starting to doubt, actually, if that is actually the right strat that we're actually going to do. Changing plans at the last minute. I see you are RPing because you would normally pick Republican Spain. Oh, yeah. I think the benefit you get from the event from Republicans isn't good anymore. It used to be really good, and I think it's been nerfed. Yeah, it's not as good as it used to be. In short, if you sent volunteers to Republican Spain, there was an event to seize their gold reserves. And whenever you did it, you'd reduce your consumer goods for 1 year. It used to be really good, but now the way consumer goods factor works, it's nowhere near as good as it used to be. It's quite poor now, actually. It's nowhere near as good as it once was. Which is sad, but it is what it is. It is what it is. This is a little rule. I don't usually research things ahead of time, but one rule is the 1937 text. These industry ones are so important. I always research these ahead. And I realize I do that every video, but I never really fully explain it. So there you go. I've explained it today. Anyway. A general. Recently promoted. He's brilliant. You know one thing I always forget about? Artillery. I always forget the artillery specialist. They need to have Fortress Buster. I don't have a Fortress Buster, but you need Engineer to get Fortress Buster. Yeah. And there's only one guy who can get that. But he's already a mobile warfare guy. So what can you do? There's no what you can do. So getting an artillery advisor is just borderline not realistic. It is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, front lines. I always use the hotkeys. Z and X. Front line. Front line. Make front lines. Do something like that. And then I basically just send them out. We'll do a staff office plan to build some planning bonus. We'll also use mobilize priority too. We got a general. For some reason, there's a bug with this for volunteers. You know, the Spanish gold reserve is the 3rd largest in the world. Wow, what do you know? Boom, that was quick. Develop maneuver warfare. Go for the extra attack guy. Oh, you need to do the install. Oh, wow, that's quite far down the focus tree. Oh, we'll get it again. We'll wait. We'll wait. That's okay. We'll wait. All right, MIOs again. So in this case, production is going to be worthwhile for tanks. We will take advantage of this, actually, because tank production bonus is actually quite good. Be aggressive. The boys into position and start attacking. I don't usually send volunteers to the Spanish Civil War, and the reason why is I feel like sometimes I want to focus on my build-up, and I don't want to get distracted by microing in the Spanish Civil War. But this one time around, you gain quite a lot of XP for it, so I would recommend it. All right, your infantry MIO. Germany gets a really good one here, so go for that. Reliability is really good for equipment as well. More reliability is good. More production is good. And then I like to stack soft attacks. I'm basically going to go for all the soft attack ones. Then go for the production ones. And then do the right side, which I think is the weakest path. And just queue them up in that order. Range improvements is a biggie. It's actually worth... getting the range improvement on the fighter quite early on. So I will. Also, getting the production down for rubber is important early game too. Kevin, seeing as no one wants to rename anything, because you're a member of my channel, what would you like to name the common turn? What should we name the common turn? Oh, of course. Of course. There's no other name, is there? Why does that not always work? It's not just a political party. It's a party for only for communists. With cake and candles.
Do you get it? Do you get it?
He has a mustache too. Yeah. Wait a minute. These dictators all have mustaches. Is there a connection to that? I'm going to prioritize equipment to go to the Spanish volunteers too. Prussian Legacy, and then we'll do the install the... Christ, I'm going to try and pronounce this. The Aft Rag Stakik. I'm sorry, that's the best you're gonna get. That's the best you're gonna get. Here's a little rule. I like to have double the amount of fighters than I have to close air support at the very beginning of the war. Now, this is not a universal rule, but this is something I just like to do because if you have full coverage by your planes, air superiority, you can escalate your close air support, so therefore you'll suffer from less losses to your close air support. You lost some weight. I did lose some weight. I lost a stone like last year. Actually, it was this year. This year's not over yet. We're not done with this year yet, guys. Not yet. Yo. Poland, my favorite country. Spurs 2, then machine tools. Always good to work on the production early on. I look healthy. I do feel a lot better too. I walk almost daily now. Walking is the cheat code to exercise, to losing weight. I'm not even joking either. I walk on average of like 15,000 steps a day. If you ever want advice on losing weight, ask me. I spent my entire life losing weight until I've only finally figured it out when I'm about to turn 40. Fucking hell, jeez, Dave, come on. Come on. God, that really makes me sad, actually. Like, it took me so long to figure it out. God damn. I'm just going to pause for a second. Reinforce my equipment. Do a staff office plan. 15k, that's a daily hiking trip. Yeah, I do the same walks. I walk around the same locations around my estate over and over again. All right, now we've got this guy. We can hire him immediately. That attack is going to make a big difference. We also want to go for the infantry expert too. Where is he? Just because he gives raw attack, and it'll just help out in the Spanish Civil War, so why not? Might as well win battles, right? Anyway, we don't need to care about this anymore. We're going to focus more on domestic stuffs. So in that circumstance, we need to do price controls. That's something you need to do quite early on as Germany to prevent your economy from caving in on itself. So you see MEFO bills there. It says consumer goods factories 33.5%. As time goes on, that number gets higher and higher, so your economy shrinks and shrinks and shrinks. So what you need to do is do price controls to try and keep more of your economy to have control over it. I'm going to walk through Poland. Why not? Make a hell channel. Do you know what? I am tempted to do some like kind of self-help kind of channel. But the kind of stuff I used to do on my second channel, people didn't watch it. So, I don't know. I just didn't feel the urge to make more videos. I felt like it wasn't a good use of my time. I don't know. I'll reconsider it for 2025. I'll reconsider it, maybe. The Belgium Congo. We'll get it from East Indies. So we deploy a bunch of these divisions. We now can send more volunteers. Yeah, we can send one more. Break it off. Send them over. Extra volunteer. Once again, MIOs are good. So the one that gives production is good. There's another production one down here. So I'll work my way down there. And I just spam click everything else because that way I don't have to revisit this ever again. Because once again, it's distracting. When you're at war in Hor, you don't want anything to distract you. You want to focus on your micro, you know. That's the reason why I always queue up all those MIO points. Get them out of the way so I don't have to worry about them ever again. I'm trying to think what I need to focus on in the meantime. I think you need rubber processing early on for one of the extra focuses. We'll get that one out of the way now. Eat and work out so you can +1 manpower. Where does the manpower come from? Autarky, and then price controls. Extra division. Specifically say we need motorized priority. Realize we're not making trains. That's going to come back to bite us later on, that. So we have to be careful with that. This is an event for Switzerland. It doesn't apply to you, so don't worry about it. For some reason, I'm not getting equipment. What we'll do is put that on medium priority so my equipment will filter through to these divisions in the Spanish Civil War. Anyway, off you go. Make sure our planes are taking advantage of this and therefore gaining more air experience. That's always one thing that's tricky, like focus on your air force, your industry at home, and your divisions. It feels like the micro there is a bit too intense. If you want a dumbed down version, don't bring any divisions to the Spanish Civil War. Just use your air and focus on your economy. That's my advice, because I think it's easier that way. All right, we've got production on the right, which you can't unlock until you get certain focuses. You need to have more than 4 current size. Okay. This one also gives... Oh, research. We don't care about research. That's fine. There's also another one down here. The America Bomber giving extra range for fighters. That's kind of cool. The left side is all about production, and the middle side is all about agility and speed. And that's the reason why I go down that path. Queue those up. And once again, queue them up again, so I never have to see them again. The right path is about ground attack, which I don't want. The left path is more about naval bombers, which once again, I'm not going to focus on that much for now. We also have an upgrade for the MIO, for the planes. Not very cost effective to keep clicking these over and over again. But because the bonuses for MIOs are so big, and quality is better than quantity when it comes down to planes, my advice to you is to go for them as soon as you can. We also want the range on the CAS as well. No naval air, CAS only. Naval air, naval air. You mean like on... There's AA on this. Is that what you mean? Is that what you mean? Price controls. Now you can use your political power to click all of these, which reduce your consumer goods factor. The 4 at the top are the best ones. The ones below it aren't as good. Do the first 3. And once again, that fixes our economy. Yep, 24.5%. Be right back, guys. Just have to take my washer out of the washer load. Laundry. You get what I mean. Be right back. Jamie, restart back. 20 minutes on this live stream. I found a workaround. All right. So you go in for radar, so you would think you'd go for this guy. However, I feel like when they have more skill level, 2 or 3 skill, you can do more with them, can't you? Don't they have extra bonuses? Am I ever going to go for rockets? Probably not. Oh, hang on. Oh, it is just radar. Okay. Yeah, he's the best one. Radar. I can't do it yet because I've not got the breakthrough. For MIOs for planes stats, unless you're going for a build that's all about quantity over quality, I guess. There are certain air roles that require large numbers, like naval striking. It's best to have the numbers over the quality for that. However, dogfighting with fighters, you're better off of the quality over the quantity. Just different situations. Okay, let's do the Autobahn. This maxes infrastructure in these 4 states. And when you do that, you know what? There's a little bit of curiosity deep down in my heart. If I had already maxed out these 4, does this give something different? No. It gives you nothing. I was just curious. There's a little bit deep down in my side, but I just thought to myself, what could this possibly give? Be cool if it bypassed, I guess. Usually that the Hoi 4 devs have, they implement something that lets you get something else normally. But this time around looks like they didn't implement it. Fair enough. Plus 1% per compliance growth. It's such a small amount. It's like, why bother? David has been sentenced to death. Rip FeedBackGaming. Research time minus 2.5%. Oh god, I really don't like that. But it gives stability. These advices are really good because they really do make you think, like, hang on, should I be going for that? Is that worth it? It really does make you think. It really gets the noggin jogging. Seems I love stability so much. Worker conditions, and we'll do a few more of these. Now, if you go for them all at once, you should be able to get your consumer goods a minus number, so you'll gain more back, which you can't complain about. All right, now these are complete. We build the last ones. And then you build your mills inside of the heart of Germany. Is it possible to go naval Germany? Yeah, but that's not the easiest path. There are other paths that are easier. Go for that one. It gives 2 civvies for 35 days, which is a fantastic focus. Everyone in position. Yep. 3, 2, 1, and off you go. Gain some XP. Move the guys over to here. First one you always want to go for your air XP is this one, the branch independent spirit. Or the minute I move them over, oh, never mind. I thought they get kicked out because of the anarchist. Well, that's a really small anarchist. What? Just Barcelona? Now, the first one you want to go for when you've got the XP is the branch independent spirit, because it gives ticking air XP. The earlier you get that, the better. Research slot, always good to go early on. Max out your research, and then you can start branching out. We'll go for mechanical computing. You're technically going for naval Germany after you defeat the Allies. True. Because I'm making garrison light tanks, a lot of these are just irrelevant. The production one, this one, less resource is good. The raw output is good. This production efficiency is good. But all the other ones are bloody useless. Oh, someone's... Oh, no. Okay, I thought someone was buying my old light tanks, but I guess not. Thought I got lucky for a second. Dedicated naval research slot. Yeah, I saw that in Black Ice. I saw it and I was like, that's different. And then I uninstalled. Everyone tells you to play Black Ice, and I'm like, why? Other content creators have done that, you know? Find some other YouTuber to sacrifice. Not me. Not today. I need cold liquefaction for that one. Oh, that's why you rushed that one. Right. Okay, we'll do construction 3 rushed. There's a reason why I'll go ahead of time, because it's 1939, so that's 2 years ahead of time. But the reason I went for it is because I had a 100% construction bonus, so it kind of made it worth it. Yeah, garrison tanks. It's the meta of tank divisions. You'll see. The most effective tank division template. Rubber. Done. Tempting to rush the artillery. However, having some good support companies is going to be worthwhile too. Okay, logistics. Anything else I could use? Usually like maintenance too. If you're battle planning, maintenance is really worth it. Danish produce, by the way, is fantastic. However, take advantage of it when you make Denmark a puppet. So there's no point going for it early on because you lose consumer goods. Not worth. Not worth. Not worth. Who's the best person for the Führer Princip? No idea. Branch. Can you send more volunteers? Nope. 4 of 4. Extra research slot. Okay. So we'll do the cold liquefaction because it's limited now to go for a decision, so we can get that, take advantage of that immediately. We'll do the Reich Marshal because he gives ticking XP, air superiority, production reduction. Oh, it's all the good stuff. Stack it. Stack it, stack it, stack it, stack it. I actually wonder if I need the armored engineer company. That's something I'll take advantage of. Yeah, it's not ahead of time. Take advantage of it. What I like to do with these guys is just pause for a little while and build planning bonus. Oh, he's sick. And then when the planning bonus, I can make another attack and gain XP. Same old, same old. Yeah, let's make it. The armored support vehicle, which is specifically support equipment, but only for specific support companies, the ones that have got armored versions, aka, let me show you them. This one, and this one. They are good. They're better than the regular versions. Better stats. There is no downside. Extra rubber, worth it. Go for it. Can select the extra decision. Yeah, what's my MEFO bills? Minus 5.5%. That's good. Economy is strong. It's also worth it to send volunteers to Manchukuo and Japan. We're not going to send actual divisions because this war is going to go on for a while. But what we will send is some planes. Now, why are these the same color as Japan? Well, I'm running a mod at the minute that makes everyone the same color as their puppet, so it's just a little bit easier on the eyes. Quite good when the Cold War kicks in and you see all the puppets of the Soviet Union. It becomes very visual of who is a part of what faction. So that's the reason why Manchukuo are part of Japan, and all the British Empire are pink as well. Are multiple small divisions better than large divisions, if it is, or is it a blend? Oh, what a complex question. Oh, I can give you scenarios. 10 width infantry spam is very good on the defensive if you micro them and move them apart one by one. Very large divisions are very good for volunteers because you're not limited by the size of the division, you're limited by the number of divisions. So volunteers tend to be very good if they're very big. At the moment, the meta is about 25 combat width because it fits into the more difficult terrain types, such as mountains. It's a hard one, that one. I have to give specific scenarios in certain circumstances because it's not universal. It's a tough one, that, my dude. It is a tough one. Right, we are going to go for centralized control because it gives air efficiency, which gives more range. You can see it was red now, and now it's yellow. So we're getting more projection into this region. I always like to help out the Japanese because if they get better in China, therefore they're strong in the Pacific overall. Which is good for the Axis. Okay. Okay. This one's a pretty good one too. Build the dam. Because then what you can do is max out the infrastructure here and get lots of resources in the Rhineland. And then with that you can build the refineries up there too. There we go. More support companies. We can go for the armored support company now. Then we can get some raw guns as well. We've reached the point now, actually, we could be rushing the machine guns. Yeah, I think I'll do that. It's good to rush that one because you give more stats for your planes. More stats for your planes, meaning more efficiency for dogfighting, etc. So it works out better in the long run. Are we ever going to do mechanized? Maybe not. Maybe. In that case, I'll queue all these ones up. Hardness is what you want to go for and keep the production cost down. Is usually worth it. Breakthrough is pretty good too. More breakthrough. Then we'll stack all the regular tank bonuses as well. You break mountains with 25 width. You can break mountains with lots of cast spam as well. A bit of both. Once again, I'm going to stack up all these. I don't like to lose reliability, so I'm just going to queue these all up. Do you want hard attack or do you want breakthrough? Don't matter what order you go into it. What it does is it skips the list if you can't go for it. It moves on to the next one and then it queues them all back up again, so don't worry about that. Paradox have implemented this really, really well. Attack. Whoosh. You can make encirclements if you want, and micro this if you want, but all I'm here for is to gain my army XP, so that's all I really care about. Hence the reason why I'm just using battle plans and pushing forward. Honest truth, hand on heart is, I actually don't care. So, I'm just letting the AI take care of that. Alright, we need less rubber now because we're building our own local rubber. We built the dam, so this is a really good region to develop now. Construction bonus now. Look at those bonuses. 2 construction, 15% for dam, 5% for autarky, 10% for MEFO bills, 10% for the dude, 20% war economy. You can even go higher as well if you go for this one too. Let's do it. Let's do it. Go for radar. Get the radar. You need radar for detection of ships near coastal regions and detection of planes in, well, any air region, I guess. Radar has become more essential as the game's gone on because detecting subs and ships is a lot more difficult than it's ever been before. There we go. Gonna max out the planning bonus and then go aggressive and off you go. Send the planes over there too. There we go. Oh, just chews through these divisions. Just spits them out. Nice. Extra production efficiency. I don't usually do this right path. The production efficiency is pretty good actually, so we'll do that one too. Go for the raw passive bonuses, which usually you can wait and save on top of those ones for a while until you go to war, but right now I just want to progress down them to get them out of the way. This guy's going to be pretty good, and then we'll go for the agency. Is there any agency bonuses? Agency. Just unlocks an advisor. Oh, it removes a political advisor. Oh! Okay. Alright, never read that one before. Reading's a big deal. Okay, we demand the Sudeten. Because our army size is now significant. Yep, they're slowly making progress here. It's a bit slow to break initially because they've got so many divisions, China, and they can put them all in these fixed regions. But eventually you start to chew through them and start to spit them out. So eventually you run into a point where they'll not be able to hold it and they'll take lots of losses. And you can take advantage of that. Oh, don't need to import as much rubber now. That's good. More Rhineland. Move that one down. We can go for flame tanks, so we'll get that one immediately. Early Soviet collab strat. You know what? You're actually 100% correct. I should do that. You're right. Okay, you go for localized training centers, therefore you can get a double agent in the UK, and that'll allow you to build a network 25% faster, which is worth it in the long run. S-pills means you're less detection, spies less likely to get caught, but it's definitely worth it in the long run. There's a lot of these long run moments here, have you noticed? Oh my goodness, what's going on here? In the long run, in the long run, in the long run, in the long run. Attack. First Vienna Award. Sudeten's yours. Create a new garrison division, which is going to be a single light tank. So welcome to the garrison meta of a single light tank. Armored cars are slightly more cost effective in the short term. However, light tanks are better because of their high hardness. High hardness will reduce the amount of losses you experience for these light tanks. The only downside of this is initially the amount of tanks required is quite high, but over time it will even out because you'll sustain less losses from partisan activity. So overall, the light tank meta garrison is the best of the best. It is the best. Extra spy, and we'll pop that spy into France just so we get a little bit extra network into France and make them a little bit easier to break. Armored maintenance companies. And then we can brush dispersed industry too. Has everyone made a spreadsheet calculating the manpower reduction when using MP support? Yeah, I made a video on that. It's on Feedback IRL. Check it out. I'm not even joking. I think Riemann's Paradox made a video on it. However, that video is severely out of date now. due to a lot of changes that have happened after that. Then I made a video on FeedBackGaming, which is more up to date, but still kind of slightly behind on some of the very more core mechanics. What speech is playing? I really need to turn off that speech DLC. Yeah, I need to turn that off. My cat's outside my door screaming right now. The fate of Czechoslovakia. Economic. And then another spy. And this will be put into France as well, just so we can reduce their network. So therefore we can get an easier break into them. Gives two bonuses really when you build a network. One, it reduces their entrenchment. You see the stats here. And it also reduces... well, it doesn't reduce, but it gives you an intel, a bonus of attack bonus if you know more about the enemy than they know about you. They're the offensive bonuses, but there's a bunch of defensive ones as well. Okay, let's go for the decisive battle guy. Will you make any Japan videos in future? Yeah, sure. What would you like to name? Seeing as you're from Taiwan, CJD, what should we name the Chinese United Front? I'll let you name it. What should we call... What should we call the Chinese United Front? I suppose you could also rename the... I hate that name. Japan faction. I'm just going to call it the Japan faction. Japan. It's the Japan. Well, Spanish Civil War is not looking to survive much longer. Oh, they just need to lose that one victory point and it's done. I'm alive. I'm a real human being. I'm a real boy. Machine guns on you are very important. Got to be careful with weight now, because if I go over more weight for thrust, I'll not be able to make that plane. We also like to deploy our cast planes. Why we deploy them is so that when we're upgrading, we don't upgrade any of the close air support. It's done! Merry Christmas, the war is over. Got 2 air wings, we can send another close air support wing. There's so many planes in China that are German. Okay. It's hard to pick these ones because some of these are really good. It's just hard to get the one that's going to give the biggest benefit. I feel like the consumer goods is quite good, but 5% is not much. The resource gather rate is kind of decent too. Yeah, the resource gather rate. Rename it to Ching. That's a good name. Is it pronounced Ching? Am I pronouncing it correctly? There we go. If anyone becomes a member, yeah, I'll let you rename the Japanese faction. That's the only one we've not renamed so far. Okay, how many divisions do I need? So I need 20, 30 divisions, 32 divisions. Here we are. All the boys are here. In the olden days, the best meta option would go for Slovakian Puppet because it gave you extra 50 compliance. But now all of them give compliance. Actually, the middle one does not. So what's the incentive about the middle one? I don't know. Anyway, regardless, you gain compliance now in these regions, so it's a win. My advice to you is you're at 50 compliance anyway, so do civilian oversight. Why not? And there you go. We're about to see our first light tank garrisons. Yay! You will get resistance. However, the amount of losses you'll get will be significantly less due to the fact that they have very high hardness. There you go. Rubber. So much rubber. Right now, we've got quite a lot of light tanks in the bank. However, it is worth it because as you occupy lots of Poland and France, you're going to need a lot of light tanks to suppress those territories. We've got 2 new versions of the Armored Support Company. I want to go for this one because it's got reliability. Oops, I shouldn't have done that twice. Oops. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to make 2 different kinds of infantry divisions. We're going to have one of these, which is going to have a classic, not very efficient division, by the way, because there's been new metas that have arose since this one's arrived, but this is the one that is, for the most part, effective. For the most part. Let's not go crazy. 13 divisions. I'm going to keep shift clicking and get 24 of these. 24. Go here. Mobilize priority. Exercise to level 3. And these ones are going to be converted into the big divisions when they've been trained to at least level 3. The Flame Panzer has arrived. See, we don't care about speed. We just select any old medium tank. Add a flame onto it. And then that's it. Just make it as cheap and cheerful as possible and call it a flame tank. As you see here, you lose all your stats anyway when you make it a flame tank. So don't go crazy with a flame tank and try and make it really good and fancy. There's really no point. There really is no point. Push, baby girl, push. Exactly. Exactly. Bulgaria seeks memes. Yes. Oh, the ground attack damage is so high. China getting obliterated by the Axis. All right, so now we can focus on more of artillery. So we'll do that now. A little bit ahead of time, but that's okay. And now we convert to the big division. So this is the infantry division. We're going to call this the... Kevin, what should we call this? As soon as you remember. Kevin, what should we call this? The Kevin Higgs. We'll go with the Kevin Higgins for the begin with. A little bit behind on artillery, but we'll catch up. Deploy more close air support. Raids available. National focus. We'll do eastern claims. We'll get those out of the way. Gun customization? Maybe one day. Radar's done. So start working on that radar immediately. Yep. Get on that ASAP. Alright, start bombing the south. Okay, so we've got a little bit of time to work with now before we do Danzig War. We'll do it more of a historical date in 939. But there's no need to rush. There's a few bonuses on the left here we can do. This gives extra infantry attack, artillery attack. Yeah, so we'll do these ones on the left. The memo has folded. You want to call the infantry 9-2? Yeah, that is a shit name. He tried. What can I say? He tried. Oh, motorized support. Have we got enough trains? Yeah, kind of. We could also do big bonuses for the air. So now we'll go for self-sealing. Close air support. It's a tough one, that, because we've got no extra slots. There's not really much you can do there. Any music playing? Yeah, there is. Okay. Radio's quite good for reinforce rate. It's more for tanks, that one, but it still will benefit your infantry. Who's going to be our attack guy? Oh, we leveled up. Okay, and then we'll go for bold attack. Grand battle plan or superior firepower? I feel like it's more on cue to go for superior firepower, isn't it? Because that feels like the build that we're doing, isn't it? What do you think, guys? I'll let one of the members decide. Superior firepower or grand battle plan. I'll let one of the members decide. We'll make it a member choice. Am I doing stormtroopers? Yes. I want to play they call it Darth Vader music, you know. But copyright memes. Copyrighted. Feel like right now we actually have too many mills. It might be better just to branch out right now. Wanted by whom? What should we call the Japanese faction? Wanted by whom? You get to name it because you donated €2. I would prefer you to become a member though, but it is what it is. No tune. Artillery. More artillery. Machine guns. Tank bonuses that I don't care about. Oh, wait. I actually have forgotten to do something actually that's really min-maxy. And that would actually be to save political power by going for Martin Bormann. Not essential, by the way, but it's just something that's really good for min-maxing your political power. Here we go. The boys have arrived. Okay, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT what this is because I have a funny feeling you tell me to do something cheeky. It is a potentially infliction of time frequency and association concept. It's about train schedules? What? What? I can't paste. Show. Here you go. There you go, my dude. It's from anime. Yeah, that's where I got when I first Googled it, but they didn't still fully explain it. I also need to do the planes as well. I realize I've missed that. Because it'd be really a good idea to have dive bombers. More maxed on XP as well. Alright, we're doing superior firepower. Smoke and fire. Proper heritage. Well, there isn't one. I want the dive bomber bonus. The Führer Prizip. And then you do... Oh, that's what someone was mentioning earlier. I just completely forgot what that focus even was. There you go. That makes sense now. Just like 2 hours late. It's from Bleach, is it? Ah, okay, okay. There you go, Martin Bormann. Awesome. So let's do the air stuff and get the dive bombers. Right, we improved the boyos now, so we're going to add armored, engineers, anti-air, armored maintenance, and flame. That's it. Oh, Christ! That means we have to change the artillery to logistics. Yep, boom. And what equipment are we missing? Nothing. Huh. 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 Okay. The radar. Max this radar out so we get extra visibility. Oh my god, the music is so epic. I'm nicking my nan's Wi-Fi to watch this? Damn. Luftwaffe. The Institute, and then dive bombers. Gives you so many big bonuses, doesn't it? The Aro du Frunkerwerk. This one, multi-role. It's interesting you gain extra funding. Want to buy Hume, thanks for becoming a member, bro. I appreciate that. I'm trying to think of something else to rename. Would you like to rename Hitler? Would you like to be You are Adolf Hitler. What an honor. Cancel my War Thunder membership for this. Thank you for the membership, Eli. Would you like to be Hitler? What a question. Oh, Dave, that's what I've always wanted to be. You are Adolf Hitler. By the way, if you are a member, you do get access to the emojis. What's the emojis? Oh, yeah, look at these emojis. Hilarious. You do get access to videos early. I've dropped a video recently that you can watch early. It's a jet engine video. But also, you get access to my Discord, the special feedbacker chat. So if you want to check that out and have a look, go and have a look. Forgot to upgrade. Yeah, that's a mistake. Maybe I should start... Oh, it's a bit late now, though, isn't it? It's a bit late. Delete another one and then start upgrading. A bit late, though, isn't it? That's a bit late. What else did the thing you get with the membership as well? Was something else? Oh, I was going to do member-only chats today, didn't I? But I feel really bad about doing that now because I'm not really getting enough chat activity. I wish I could give members extra perks in the chat over everyone else, but I can't remember what I'd even give you. I don't know. Dive bombers. And then we'll do Danzig on war. Or war. We'll have another army that's this one too. You guys here. They'll be my second best general. What the hell? He's a horse specialist. Combined arms expert. Wow, you can get that super early now. Impressive. The music reminds me a little bit of Indiana Jones. I'm getting that George Lucas, Spielberg vibe. Are you getting that? John Williams, that's it. The infantry template. I've got no convoys. I'm going to need more convoys. I'm going to end up running out while I'm at war. We'll make 100, and then when we're done, we'll stop making them. See, we're a little bit behind on armored support equipment, so we are behind on something. Yeah. Okay. The infantry division isn't very spectacular. It's... Oh, hang on. It's this one. Yeah. Lots of armor in it, though. To say that I'm not really going for armor. We're behind on trains. No. I'm sorry. I know you didn't ask for this, but I'm sorry. Eli, you are now Adolf Hitler. But Dave, I didn't ask for this. You can't call anyone you hate Hitler. Come on. Freeze Peach. Hail Eli. Oh shit. We'll do artillery bombardment. But Dave, I didn't ask for this. Tough shit. We will bury them. Can you remember that from... Why are we getting Junkers still? Oh, it was the focus. It was the focus. Okay. So we do the dive bomber guy. +1 advisor. We stopped doing the upgrades, didn't we? I messed up with that. You need to get at least 5 upgrades. Is 10 width a good size for defensive ports? Actually, no, that's not ideal now I think about it, because that doesn't have enough firepower to resist and push them back into the sea. You kind of want more of a 20 width, because it's got a little bit more better stats. Helicopter. Let's do it. Actually, we have a dedicated helicopter guy. Nah, I don't care. I don't care. That's okay. The whole coast is covered by 10 widths. You're good. You tend to find that 10 widths, if they've not got anti-air support with them, they tend to melt from CAS. Just something I've noticed. That's where I'm not a massive fan of them. Get an extra spy. Pop that into London. Italy would like to join my faction, and I'm like, no thanks. I'll pass. Close air support, yes. And it's seen as we're going so heavy on close air support, I feel like we should do the middle path. The 20% agility here and 10% air superiority is fucking huge. It's massive, massive, massive. So take advantage of that. Start upgrading some old close air supports. Do some anti-airs. Artillery bombardment's done. You know what? Might as well finish. Let's finish Stormtroopers. So what's happening with Stormtroopers is there's a 5% attack bonus and breakthrough here. Then there's additional 5% attack here. Then here there's a 10% artillery attack. and 10% defense, which isn't good because artillery don't have a lot of defense anyway. And then further here, there's an additional 5% attack and breakthrough. So there's so many stats here that can be stacked, making infantry like just insanely strong. Do I want super heavy howitzers? No, I don't. But in Hoi 4, if you've got an experimental facility, it's always good to research your special weapons because you gain lots of iterations, and iterations give bonuses to research, etc. Plus, you're training your scientist. Battlefield support, superior firepower, ground battle is all the way to go. I mean, to be fair, that's what I find I do most games. Yeah, yeah. That's what I do most games. I'm scared that when I'm going to leave the Japanese now, they're going to be like incredibly weak. One more extra spy. Get a full network on France. I'm a lot happier of how this video is going at the moment, guys. I think the previous video was not as optimized as I would like. But this one feels a lot more well-rounded. I would ideally like to add anti-air onto all these divisions. Yeah, that's doable. That's doable. All right, it's time for Danzig War. This will solidify our air dominance. Possibly disappointed with all the bugs when NSB release. This one is more clean. I'll be honest with you, the core mechanics, the features themselves are super polished in this update. The only bit that I had issues with, the reason I made my Gotterdammerung, I feel mixed about Gotterdammerung video, is I had issues with the focus trees. Maybe I don't enjoy new focus trees. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I just have to admit to myself and be like, Dave, maybe you're just not a fan of focus trees. And maybe I am. Maybe I just don't like focus trees. I'm not a big fan of alt history stuff. I like historical World War II stuff. I think that's why you find a lot of people playing a lot of minor powers on other channels and mods and stuff. Where I kind of just get a bit of a buzz from playing historical. I don't know. I just enjoy that. It's just what I find fun. Someone yesterday, they sounded like the Jurassic Park music. And you know what? Now I'm hearing it. I do hear a bit of Jurassic Park. Da, 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 da. A new PC. It's actually run Kaiserite way back. Yeah. You find that if you get a good CPU, you'll find that this game runs silky smooth. What's this? 12 close air support? Away. Away. Alright, I feel like I'm in a good spot right now. Danzig War, here we come. Is there anything I've forgotten about? I don't think so. Let's do a bit of strike force to project naval supremacy. Therefore denying naval invasions. That's the main reason you do that. I like the chaos in non-historical games. Did you remember to win? What a life. No, every day is a struggle. No, yes, do you want me to give you some advice, Aldrahill, about YouTube streams? Make sure you don't set them up in OBS. Set them up on the website, because it didn't monetize the video, and it made it go live immediately when the video went when the video live stream. It went live, the video public, immediately after the live stream ended. I had no control over it. It rate annoyed me. So today is my rerun of yesterday, basically, where everything's going to go right. Hopefully. Hopefully. All right, here we go. War. War never changes. All right, there we go. Yeah, I think the problem is OBS hasn't been kept up to date with the new YouTube live streaming features. So it's basically 2 iterations out of date, like 2 years out of date. And I think that's the reason why it's like that at the moment. So I don't think it's the OBS team's fault. Speech? Don't care. So one thing that normally happens is you get a lot of Allied Air Force here, which is fine. You also get a lot of Allied Air Force here. That's why I'm basically contesting them here. That's why I always do this. It's just patterns that I've noticed the AI usually does. And you usually don't need air support to break Poland. So that's the reason why I'm just attacking nice and slowly. Put them on aggressive too, why not? What can we go for? This guy's pretty good. Reduces consumer goods. Yeah, why not? The film director's interesting. I think you have to go down Goebbels' path to do that one. It's not an interesting template, it's just standard. It's just this. I'll show more of it when I've expanded it. It's not a very interesting template at the moment. Are you seriously? End him! End them. Around the Maginot and then... Wosterbung. Boom. Alright, doctrines. Air superiority is a good one. No tanks. I mean, there are tanks in the division. Got 6.4 armor. And now you get to see the full power of light tank garrison. This is a good thing because I feel like some people in the MP community is going to talk about this. So this is more optimized towards single player in a historical game. To be fair, people in multiplayer say this isn't very optimized. And the reason they say that is because line artillery reduced the HP of the division, meaning you take more losses on equipment and therefore it burns out really quickly. That is more optimized for soft attack overall. However, people in MP will tend to go for something like this. Just because the HP is so high and the AUG is so high, it has more combat capabilities and more sustainability long term. However, I'm playing against the AI, so therefore I can win really quickly. Hence the reason why that's more effective. When I do a long invasion, like invading the Soviet Union, I probably will take off one of the artilleries because then it's going to hurt the equipment losses too much. Don't forget the decision bonus. Oh, God, you know what? I always forget about that one as well. You know what the problem with decisions is at the moment is there's just too many of them, and they're all tucked into this location, aren't they? And then you just end up forgetting about them, don't you? How quickly can we demolish the Dutch? Rip. Okay. I've just realized something. You can do double bomb locks, can't you? Ah, I should have done that from the beginning of the game. That increases your ground attack by so much. I'm kind of annoyed that I forgot that, actually. Oh, I hate this. So if you have supply issues here, you fix that by selecting the regions and click on avoid. And therefore, you're less likely to experience these problems. Less likely, not guaranteed. You sometimes have to block it outright. There you go, blocked outright. Okay, you have to think long term now. What are we doing? So we need to focus on doing a sea lion. So we go for this. Yo, thanks for the €2. I wish to rename the division to Feedbackers. Oh, I meant to do that. Yeah, this will have to be changed for the war against the Soviet Union because the org and the HP on this division is too low. Hang on. It makes the HP go down? Maybe we're better off with something like this. That's meta. Maybe. I realize I'm not focusing on my support companies too. I'm behind on all of them. I have to catch up on that. Oh, no, 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 no. We do not want that MIO. We want the automotive one. And the engineer is really good too for naval invasions. Three, 2, and a 1. Roop. Am I going to use my air force for this? No, because I don't need to. Christ, that was a quick break. I could micro this if I wanted to. But the greed has taken over me. Okay, I'm going to micro. Okay. This is way easier than using a tank division. Tank divisions, more things can go wrong. This is way easier than a tank division. Yeah, this is way easier than tanks. Oh, look, these are the veterans from the Spanish Civil War. They're still here. Three, 2, 1, and boom. Get out of here. Get out. All right, who's going to lead the invasion? Oh, it's going to be you. Your 9 attack. One go here. And then another dude can go onto Dover. And now I just need to wait for the research. Okay, then we need to max out the airports here, here, and here. Then max out the radar. We'll do one in Brittany. Then we have to take the gold reserves. I'll leave France for later. No, I won't leave France for later. Well, hang on. It's not updated yet. There we go. There we go. Okay, I don't know why I'm going to take advantage of that facility, but it doesn't matter. I think I'm going to auto-upgrade that, and I'm going to go for the next fighter. The biggest advantage of the small airframe, the higher models, is the extra module slots. And for the close air support, you need so many modules. So light tanks as garrisons, here they are. So if you look, there is a total of 10,000 light tanks. So if some of you guys said, oh, maybe you've got too many light tanks. Nope. No. Let's see how many we've got in the stockpile. Yeah, we are bleeding them. So FYI, you might want to put on maybe 25 factories onto light tanks. Ooh, a big artillery gun. Why not? All right, artillery. And that is pretty good. Yeah, maintenance. All right. Making good progress. I'm feeling quite optimistic about this run. Right now, we're limiting the air force, reducing it for the allies. So fighting them in these regions is super worthwhile. Oh, look at the ratios. Super in my favor. Super in my favor. The cast numbers now are getting unbelievably high, to the point where a naval invasion will almost be guaranteed. All right, go here. Okay. All right. I made a mistake. It was a mistake. Okay. Let's go. It's okay. We're not perfect. We make mistakes. What about puppet states? I don't use them. I mean, I'll make a puppet state video at some point in the future. Do you have to set the division to only use light tanks? I mean, when there's only light tanks in this division and nothing else. I mean, they haven't got a choice, have they? You have no choice. Okay. One of those moments, just like, what do you need? And I'm like, well, I don't need anything. So in that case, it's like, Operation Sealion, I guess. Guess I could do Mac. Oh, yeah, yeah. They have no divisions? That's unusual. The Battle of Britain. All right, the next one I want to do is Panzer Grenadier. Oh my god, the aces. So the meta of this is when you've done with your range, you move on to airborne heroes. However, though, ground support is also really good too. No, ground support is actually the better one here. Yeah, do ground support. Night fighting, naval, instilled aggression. That's right, I did select the carrier one. Feedback, big fan of carriers, even though he doesn't own a single one. Ah, I see. The more unusual metas, I see. With the new DLC being pretty expansive, what do you think of the next addition to the game will be? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, don't know. Okay, the game's done a really weird bug where my hotkeys aren't working. That's actually a little bit annoying. Yeah, my hotkeys have stopped working. Oh, that's really annoying. Ooh, that's actually making me rage a little bit. Okay, let me just... How do you actually get to the menu? I've never actually backed out to the menu without the escape button. Why's my hotkey stop working? That's weird. What mod shows construction percentages? I think it's just called construction percentages. Maybe caps lock is on. No, I have to reload the game. It happens, this. Luxembourg, my liege. Take their gold. If I need it, I might not need it. Reloading the game, boys. Just give me a minute. Just one sec. All right, I'm back. My girlfriend's like, oh, that washing load you just did. Was that ones that were clean? I was like, no, they're all dirty. And she just unloaded them as I reloaded them again. Should they be in or should they be out? I don't even know anymore. Anyway, helicopters, they're pretty good. Bulgaria would like to join the faction. No, please don't join the faction. Can improve flamethrowers, so go for that bonus there. I have level 6 for a MIO, so now I can improve it. And the one you always want to go for is the production reduction or the agility. The point right now is we're so strong. We're actually better off. We're actually better off going for the numbers. Which I usually don't say that very often, do I? Because I'm usually like a big focus on quality over quantity. But this is the first time I've flipped it the other way because now we've already won the air war. So raw numbers of CAS on close air support is actually more effective. Why not Bulgaria? Because having more allies in your faction just makes peace conferences a bloody nightmare. And I don't want any of that hoo-ha. Vertical integration is good. Okay, a lot of my upgrades to be done now. Reliability is good in the long term though, so I'll take advantage of that. Extra planes, deploy them, exercise them up. Doing Panzer Grenadier, we're waiting for us to get enough XP. Yeah, we'll do aggressive assaulter, why not? More civvies, build those up. Martin Bormann has glorified party rallies. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, adds drugs. I think that's probably the more darker periods of the war, so probably Paradox want to distance themselves from some of that. And Paradox are like, oof, some edgy stuff in the war will minimize more of the edgy stuff. Alright, we're going to go shock and awe or air-land battle. To be honest, we've actually built more around air-land battle, but shock and awe has got the artillery, hasn't it? Yeah, the right path is probably the right one. What nations get the Rata model when they research land cruisers? All of them. Preparation speed is faster. State secretaries for Belgium. How is the light tank production? Okay, we're losing a lot of them. Yeah, we're losing a lot of light tanks. Okay, more! So what's happening is resistance is very high. And the reason it's high is because these governments are in exile. They're a part of the Allies. They've capped, but they're in exile. And that incurs very high resistance. Netherlands, Poland, and France are really bad for high resistance if they're in exile. usually it's better to go for brutal oppression in those circumstances. However, I don't care. Because I'm going to cap the UK soon, so it's not even going to be a big deal. Anyway, naval invasion. We're at 40% of 50%. That's good. So what the solution is there to this? You grab all of your planes. Oh man, we have so many planes. Where's the airbase here? Is it here? Put them all over the English Channel. Merge them up. And then do naval strike. And here we go. And there you go. The naval invasion's gone. It's just that easy. And then we can also start building a compliance state inside of a collaboration state, collaboration government inside of the Soviet Union. There you go. Naval invasion's happening. We can do a naval invasion support. Make sure to allow movement of supply because you can actually hurt yourself with that. And then we're landing. First landing has happened. Spread out immediately. What just happened there? That was weird. The division just disappeared. I just had a heart attack. Here, 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 here. I'm Esther splitting, by the way, and I'm right-clicking over and over again to spread them out. Oh, the other guy hasn't done his naval invasion. You go too. Go, go, go. He's going to do a naval invasion, but there's going to be nobody here. There we go. Keep going. Oh, they got caught by Dutch. The Dutch. All right. Boys are in position. You boys are in position too. Now we move everything over to here and do close air support. And the amount of damage we're going to deal now in close air support. 75 damage on one tick. That is insane. In that circumstance, just everyone go. Cancel the naval invasions. We've already landed. The boys are already here. And also manually move them and tell them to attack as well. There's one issue you tend to run into, and I don't know why this happens. Okay, we've got multiple front lines going on here, and the AI is getting confused. Let's help it out. Is if they see they've got low supply and a low chance of success, they'll not move. Just tell them to go. Keep going. You will break through. With this level of cash you've got, you will break through. Trust me. Yeah, don't worry about it. You will break through. You have to believe. My take is try to secure Bristol and London so you've got the south-south. And at that point, you can take Cardiff to access this region to get supply. Look, they're embargoing us. They're doing a good job with this. And then push for Hull for this sea zone. And that way you know supply is going to be good for you. And right now we're doing so well. I think we've won this. Yeah, we have. It's done. Panzer Grenadier. And then we wanted to do the research for mech. Yeah, that's good. GG. And right now we're only covering the south of England. So now you can right click and add this onto a general. And it'll move on automatically for you. Auto-magically. Yeah, it's just the cast damages. Cast is amazing in this game. Yeah, there you go. The UK is capped. And it's 1940 June. So that means you don't have to worry about the UK, the USA. And then you can just push through. We will bury them. And we're the only one in the peace conference, which means you take the lot. The biggest factor in the naval invasion is, well, let's just say 3 factors. Let's just get them out of the way. Factor number 1, the ability to make the naval invasion. You will not have enough ships to contest the British in the English Channel. So you need to make ships, fine. But then you need to eliminate some of their ships by doing naval strikes in the English Channel and getting air dominance. So that's step number 1. You've got naval invasion. And the second step is to actually land. That means you need divisions that are good at naval invasions. Now, one thing I did forget to do, which I really should have done actually, selecting ones I've already selected here, is get Marines early on and put my XP into that and get Pioneers, because Pioneers are really good for naval invasions. Dave, don't forget to take the Navy. Don't forget to take the Navy. I won't forget. Boom. So the next step is to actually make the landing. And then the easiest way to make the landing is to add on engineers. You see this? Engineers have 15% attack for amphibious. If you go for armored engineer company, they have 20%, I believe. Yeah, 50. Oh, it's still 15%. Maybe it's the other... is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. It's the armored engineer company that has 20% attack for amphibious. You suffer from big penalties on amphibious landings. So always go for an infantry division that has access to engineers, regular engineers or armored engineers. Alternatively, if you'd researched Marines early on, which is super min-maxy, you could have gone for this, which increases your contribution to naval invasions by an extra +5. Plus, you can go for Pioneers too, which is here. And Pioneers have an extra 25% attack for naval invasions. They're the best engineers in the game for doing naval invasions. 25%. That's huge. And that way, when you do attempt to make a beachhead, you can land. And then the final part of taking out Britain is to secure the south of the country, which I just mentioned earlier. So get naval supremacy, actually make the landings, make the beachheads, secure the south, push northwards, access the 3 sea zones, North Sea, Western approaches, and English Channel. And that way you won't get locked out on supply. Victory. But we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Because we need to do autarky. Okay. Remind me when I load up Hoi 4 again to turn off the speeches. Do. Oh, and of course, the final 5th point is that when you do land and secure, make sure you've got enough air power to dominate them. And I had so much CAS. I had 2,000 CAS. Aye, that's an insane amount of CAS. Also, Italy is annoying and will probably ask for land from you. So my honest take is try and get rid of Italy. Did I say Turkey? I meant Italy. At this point in the game, I'm like concentrating on so many things. I'm like losing track of my marbles. Get everyone into position. Exercise everyone up. Did that bypass? It did. It bypassed that. Not be spies inside of the Soviet Union. Then you can build a collaboration government and then automatically redo it over and over and over again. It just means you don't have to cap the whole entirety of the Soviet Union. If you don't have a compliance government, you have to take to about here, all the land west of it. However, if you get 3 collaboration governments, you can just push to the Urals and cap them, which makes a massive difference, grinding in those difficult to access regions of the world. Ooh, we took quite some big losses there, but look at the navy we've got now. Select that boy. Emerge. Am I at war with someone? Why did I hear the naval invasion sound? I think it was the ships, was it? It was the ships. Hang on, no, I'm getting... Are these going to disappear now? Oh, it's going up the efficiency. It's because it's when we were at war, wasn't it? Right. Carl Donitz. What a lad. Repair the fleet. Alright, so we can do autarky. We just need access to extra oil. And we can do that by building extra refineries. Do you get oil from refineries? I don't even know. Delivery penalty. No, we do have access to oil. It's ticking up due to the embargo. So we will have access to this now. We just have to wait for the number to say 150. 145, 147, 140. Oh, it's going down. Okay. There you go. Autarky achieved. Okay, that was weird. That's never happened before. Upgrade the railways too to increase the capacity. When we get autarky achieved, that means we no longer have to have the economy of conquest. Well, we get all the bonuses of it, but we don't have any negatives. Feedback. I really hate the Battle of the Buffers. All the 3 focus trees are bad, and the only German I get. I'll be fair with you, mate. It's not my favorite focus tree either. But what do you know? We have the ability to do a really smart thing and not play it. Or not buy it, I guess. Yeah, it's not my favorite either, my dude. We're in the same page here, man. I think the only saving grace is Greece. I think Greece is the best of the three. I'm not going to hire another spy. I'll demolish that building. We need light tanks. No way. Oh no, the number's going up. Make more light tanks. See, what the issue is, you can go for armored cars, which have less of an initial investment of the individual production cost to keep the resistance down. Or you can go for light tanks, which overall have a very high production cost due to the amount required to fulfill one garrison. But overall, they're better because they sustain less losses due to the fact they're taking less losses because the hardness is so high. To be fair, actually, the military governor is probably one of the more balanced approaches, but local police force gives more compliance. What's happening though, our resistance is quite high and it's coming down everywhere, so we'll probably get less resistance overall as time goes on. We just need to wait. We just need to be patient. Helicopter, helicopter. Helicopters are really good because they reduce supply by a significant amount. Oh, I keep selecting that top one. Stop doing that. You're selecting the wrong MIO. Helicopter development. There we go. Flamethrower has been enhanced, and we can upgrade the flamethrower too with a bigger flamethrower on it. The Mark II flamethrower with double damage. Wow. You can change the MIO from... I think so, but because I've got so much development into this MIO now, I feel like I don't want to lose it. And then it gives better production. I think that's what's the most annoying thing about MIO sometimes. Some of the bonuses are better on different ones, but you've developed one so much, and you've leveled it so much, I feel like it's not really worth a change at some point. You know what I mean? Okay, we're catching up on light tanks now. 123 days. I think that's the biggest problem, actually, when it comes down to Trial of Allegiance and Battle for the Bosporus. The mods have spoilt us so much that we don't really feel like national focuses have any value because we can get them for free for Road to 56. It's weird that, isn't it? We're in such an advantageous situation where we can't appreciate the value of a national focus DLC because we get them for free anyway. You know what I mean? It's insane to think of it. That's the way it's happened. I suppose it just shows the power of mods, doesn't it? Mods are king. Mods well and truly are king. Mods are definitely goated. Mods stop the game from going stale 100%. I think that's the two things that Paradox have realized. One, they can't release a game without full multiplayer support. And two, they can't release a game without full mod support. I think that's something that's just become essential now. It's just not possible to launch a game without those two things. Should you switch civs to mills? I don't know, man. I feel like I had a specific rule for that, but now I don't really follow that rule. I don't have a rule for it anymore. A lot of the time I'm making mills at the very start of the game these days. One of the general rules is when you're on toaster economy, you make infrastructure. Then on early mode, you make civs, and then on partial, you make mills. That's just like a really arbitrary way of looking at things, but the game isn't as straightforward as that, you know? But that's a nice, like, guideline to use in most games, I suppose. It's not a universal thing, but it's a nice, I don't know, guideline to use until you understand the game mechanics better, I suppose. Does that make sense? Ooh, like a cruiser submarine. Why not? Do 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 do. All right. We're about to see some incredible air power. Watch this air power. Oh, no, no. Go, 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 go. Don't mess about. Just go. Operation Green. What's that from in Red Alert 2? We will bury them. That's like, what are the things, what do the tanks say, isn't it? Italy's so crap. Yeah, but look at the cast damage. How do you survive that? It's just too much cast. I like the way Italy works in the game. I think Italy is one of my favorite focus trees in all of Hearts of Iron 4. I like the way that you capitulate them as different. I like that the focus tree is behind, but then there's lots of opportunities to catch up. I know there's lots of elements of that I just really work really well with me, and I really like it. I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit weird with that kind of stuff. I don't know. Oh, this is a weird thing where you've not got enough points to take everything. Oh, because Greece can take things. I'll let Greece take everything that's Greek. Really? Take Albania. Just take it all. Why aren't they taking it? I'll have your navy though as well. This is one of the most annoying things in the new peace conference system. There's not enough points to take everything, which is really weird. It's like, oh, Greece gets 45%, and I get 45%, and then Greece gets 40%. But then there's a 5% that no one can ever select. Such an annoying bug. The wizard. Okay, one way of fixing the light tank issue we've got right now is to add on a single horse. And that reduces the requirement from 11k plus 14. Okay. All right. So we did say that this was not ideal division, didn't we? We need something that's more cost-effective over the long run. So we're going to go with this. And then we're going to have to do the invasion of the Soviets. It's actually better in this position to invade America than it is to invade the Soviet Union. Helicopter. Don't siege Leningrad, take it. War with the USSR. Back in the USSR. Do you think the 10 support companies mod is overkill? I think it's for people who don't know the game very well, so they don't understand what's the best ones to select. So they're just like, I'm gonna have everything. I understand that's the truth. I feel like if you know the game mechanics like the way I do, you know the right ones to pick. But even now, there's more than 10 of them, isn't there? So you can't have them all anymore. You still have to, like, say you don't want a bunch. So you still can't, like, do the everything meta, you know? What do I want? Everything. Field hospitals are goated. I'm not really sold on field hospitals. If I could ever get a situation with field hospitals where I actually saw that they gained more XP over time and therefore they leveled up to veterans really quickly, I'd be down for that. But otherwise, I don't really see that happen very often. Italy's just sent me that agreement twice now. Do you know what I've just realized as well? I've missed out on these, and these are really good upgrades. You need the proximity fuse, and it's a naval tech. Can you bin this? Do you get the breakthrough back? I don't think you do you? No, you don't. You don't. Proximity fuse is really good, by the way, and you should really go for it. It's a bit late now, though. But whatever. Yeah, I'm familiar with that one. Pi die, die, die. I'm familiar with it. It's a cool meme. It's kind of funny, but how practical is it? And I have to play Switzerland. Don't make me... Please. Please. Don't make me play Switzerland. Please. Okay. Berlin. I realized some of those were set on just day only. Should have had them on night and day. Whoops. Oops. Man, those bonuses. Cruiser production is pretty intense now. All right. Wait for these planes to exercise to level 3. Gonna left it a little bit too long for mechanized now as well. Oh, I have carriers now, so I can take advantage of the carrier doctrines. Okay. What is a commercial nuclear reactor? I think the devs have missed an opportunity for something cool, okay? I feel like a nuclear reactor should give interesting, different, unique bonuses. But I'll tell you what a nuclear reactor is. It's just a dam. That's it. It has the exact same bonus as these right here. 15% max factories per state, 10% local available resources, 15% local construction speed. That's it. That's what a commercial nuclear reactor does. That's it. They've missed an opportunity for something really, really cool. And they've just given generic dam bonuses. I don't know why. It feels like maybe it came too close to the end of the production or something and they couldn't fit it in. I don't know. It is definitely dam. All right. Let's go. Air power right now is insane. Wow. German army. Invincible. Yeah, Crimea is always really annoying. 100%. 100%. No way, I'm behind on flame tanks? It's always something you have to keep an eye on when you're invading the USSR. Like, keep an eye on your production. Can never do this bottom one. Is this always permanently bugged? This. Triumphant will. Should have made the service more difficult for you. I mean, I'm super min-maxing right now, so I mean, I'm not really surprised why they're not doing very well. Where's the Führer directive? Is that a thing now? Oh, it's there. There we go. All we need is Stalingrad now. Oh god, this guy still hasn't got infantry expert. There you go. Max. Intel network. Boom. I see it all now. World conquest. Do you really want a world conquest? Or are you just saying that? Because I don't think you're being serious. I don't believe you. Japan's declared war on us. Did they just send me a mutual agreement pact or something? That's so stupid. Oh, we should work together. We should be friends. Declares war. It's because I've got Malaysia. I do challenge when you play Germany and do a volunteer army. I suppose so, but like, who would be declaring war on the Allies? I guess it'd be Italy. You'd be sending volunteers to Italy, wouldn't you? I think I might do that someday with, oh, get the Führer directive. Yay! Get the Führer directive. Boom. I even capped them as well. What? Oh my goodness. Holy shit. Glory to the Führer. Long live the Führer. Provisional government for the Soviet Union. I always forget that's another bonus, is where you get compliance, which is just insane. Not only do they cap quicker, but you get a free compliance as well. The Tale of Two Cities. Can't do that for reasons. How to cap the Soviet Union without taking Stalingrad? No, Stalingrad is what they cap to make me take them. Oh, Denmark's declared independence. How? Huh? Oh, I see what you mean. Like only using the Reichskommissariats and stuff, like losing Slovakian divisions to cap Poland and stuff. Oh, I see what you mean. That's kind of cute. Yeah, maybe we can do that at some point. Who knows? I don't really do challenge videos, as you've noticed. It's not my kind of cup of tea. Maybe speak to Bitter Steel. He does lots of challenges. Maybe he's the man for the job. I don't do challenges though. You do Supreme Leader now? Nope. That's always been bugged. I don't know about that one. I think it's always been bugged. It's a good bonus too, but shame you can't take advantage of it. It's just glitched. Oh, no supply here. That's really bad. That's pretty bad. The lack of supply means it's struggling to break. Using a little bit of air support to help us. Yeah, guys, if you've got any questions about this Let's Play, I'm min-maxing, anything about the game. At this point, I'm kind of just capping stuff just for the lols now. So there isn't much thought going into this. Just me dicking about now. So if you got any questions, feel free to hit me up. Got enough mechs for that? Yeah, we do. Someone on the Paradox forums has talked about it. Okay, fair enough. Well, as long as the devs are aware. The devs are on the summer break right now, so they won't be back until then. Usually we get like a really awesome patch after a big DLC drop, so I'm excited to what Paradox are going to be cooking up. So I'm really hyped for that. I hope they make stronghold networks better. Yeah. They're really rubbish, aren't they? They're a nice meme, though. You do them once and you're kind of like, oh, that was kind of fun. And I'll never touch them ever again. Well, that was fun. No, we'll never do that ever again. Swedish summer break is a wild conquest. I know, right? Oh, summer break, but also winter break as well. Did I say summer? I meant winter. Do we continue this one? Does this cost us a naval? It does. Shit. Ah, crap. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, well. I thought when we were resuming someone else's research that they partially done, I was going to have the breakthrough refunded to me, but you don't. You still have to pay for the breakthrough, which is a bit weird. In this circumstance, I'm kind of better off going for mountaineers because you can get rangers. However, I've not got a slot left. What would I replace? Maybe I'd go for no AA. Oh, the supply here is such a nightmare. You're battling to push towards these depots. Oh! You get these two middle ones, you're done. No, I can't get them. Reinforce. Oh yeah, Eli. So what does this do? So this... Okay, go away. Gives operative slots, counterintelligence, intelligence gained from combat. This is all like spy stuff, isn't it? Way less compliance. Oh, I don't want Himmler. Obvious reasons. He's a Nazi. Dave, no, don't call everyone a Nazi you disagree with. Don't do that. You can't call anyone you disagree with a Nazi, Dave. That's not what we do things. Come on. Didn't I say at the start of the video that I wanted to help out the Japanese? I suppose if you're in a situation where you can't defeat the UK, you need Japan to be strong. But if you defeat the UK, they're going to declare war on you due to the Malaysia-Indonesia thing. I went to Japan this year. Oh, Nico, thanks for the membership, bro. What would you like to do? Would you like to rename... Would you like to rename the Axis? What the Axis should be called? I think the Mustache Rides is a little bit overplayed now because there is no Italy anymore. Actually, is Mussolini the leader of Italy? No, it isn't. It's the king. It's the king. Nico, what should I rename the Axis? You get to decide. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I went to Japan this year. Do you know what I realized? The big eye-opening thing that I realized when I visited Japan is that I'm not really built for long-haul travel and these long holidays. I mean, I enjoy Japan, don't get me wrong, but man, I'm not built for these like really long holidays. I mean, the problem is like a full 24 hours is like traveling there and back, obviously, not just one way. I realize I'm just not built for it, you know. It's like... I suppose the problem is I was traveling by myself as well. It makes it a little bit more difficult, doesn't it? I'd maybe had someone with me on the flight to talk to. Maybe it'd be different. But no one was talking to each other on the flight. So maybe you don't talk to people on long-haul flights. I don't know. The super fleet. Come on over. Oh god, they've got a... There you go. Hit those submarines. You won't let me keep it until you give it to the membership. I guess I want to keep people... actual reasons to be a member, I suppose. I think Nico just wanted to be a silent member join, and he didn't want to be attention drawn to him. Oh well. I broke his cover. They've not arrived yet. No, they've arrived. There we are. You are a genius. Oh, man. Thank you, my dude. Christ, what an honor. I don't usually like scrapping ships, but... You know what they should do is give you a partial refund when you do that. Does that make more sense? That would to me, wouldn't it? Yeah, I feel like they should give you a partial refund whenever you end a production line like that. I'm the token high for Tommy K. I'm the only trans mod. I was made one just to prove he isn't transphobic. I feel like that's almost awfully telling. You know what I mean? I kind of think the exact opposite right now. You know, like Jimmy Savile used to always say that he hated kids. And then we found out after when he died he was a pedophile. But maybe that's awfully telling of Tommy to say that. I'm just saying. Might not be true. Might be true. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Economic surplus units. Oh, that actually is a really good idea because that's practically using the existing mechanics. That's smart. I like that. That's big brain. That is big brain. World conquest. No, just defeat the mages. Oh man, they weren't prepared for this because they've got no troops on the front. You have our full support. Invade. Invade them. Wow, we land at just the exact same time the Americans land. Oh, never mind. Their invasion didn't go very well. Oh, dear. Oh, well. What's the template? This awful thing. We got enough mech. Oh, we have so much mech. Oh, Christ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I guess we could replace the whole thing now, could we? I don't think we've got enough mech for that. Yes, we do. Christ, we made so many mechs. Guys, can you not all bunch up on one front line? Fucking hell. Come on, bro. Why are you moving? Go! Oh, God. Sometimes you have to activate and deactivate the front line to make them go. Germany without a tank division? Well, I've got tanks in my division. I got tanks there. Tanks there. Tanks there. Contribution is 56%. Okay, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Oh, really? I have to battle for that one province. Okay. Jing China. Oh, they've got made their own faction. Wait, no. No, they've not. That's the Japanese faction. The remnants of that faction. Actually, what's the speed on this? Oh, it's slow because of the horse. So who are the majors now? Just China. So if I cap China now, I get all of China, right? All right, another speech. Yeah. All right, guys. I think that is enough to justify a satisfying ending. What do you think? Pop. The Free Mustache Rides have dominated, and they're the only real faction left, apart from the Japanese faction, which is just remnants of its former self. Surprising that they're in their own faction now, which is really weird. 140 days. Wow. Never end. Stream forever. No, I actually felt like a 3-hour stream is kind of my maximum limit. And because I've reached that point now, I feel this was a satisfying stream. Big surprise, guys, is this video will be released on Christmas Day. So if you've been part of this stream and you've helped me out by becoming a member and whatnot, I'll launch this video and drop it on Christmas Day. Yay! Italy demands independence. This can lead to war. And they've declared war on me! What? They actually have quite a few divisions too. Anyway, I'm done though. Anyway, I'm done. I think it's because they had the... Oh, they do. Look, they've got the Liberation Focus Tree, and they've done this one. They've worked all the way down to Italian independence. Oh, dude. CJD, thanks for the 5 gifted. You legend, man. You absolute legend. Don't forget, guys, if you are a member, you get access to the emojis on the chat. You get access to the feedbacker chat, which is on my Discord. www.discord.gg/feedbackgaming. Discord.gg/feedbackgaming. Hop in, guys. I've been playing some Play Up recently in there. If you want to join me and play a game with me, feel free. And also, don't forget you get early access to videos. And now you've got guys that have become a member in the chat right now. You can access the early access video, which won't be released until this time Saturday, so you can watch it before everyone else. Aren't you a lucky boy? Aren't you lucky? Apart from that, guys, I hope you have an absolutely awesome day. A Merry Christmas, and hope you have an awesome New Year. I love you. Thank you so much. CJD, you're a legend, bro. Thank you so much for that. You didn't have to do that, and you're amazing. Thank you. Anyway, guys, I'll see you later. Hope you have a good day. I'll see you guys on my Discord. Links in the chat. Bye.